I'm Chennai Singapenne Akshita Nandagopal joining you this evening from beautiful, breezy Rameshwaram. Let me first get you a report that I filed a few days ago from Sivagangai constituency. Particularly went to Karaikudi, where I can tell you there's beautiful Chettinad heritage at display. I had a very special guest with me, Karthi Chidambaram, who walked me through what Chettinad cuisine and heritage is all about. Enjoy this report. So I'm eating a traditional Chettinad lunch with Karthi Chidambaram, and he brought me here saying that this place has authentic food. I've been going across Karaikudi and I can tell you it's beautiful. The landscape, the heritage, the culture is visible even in the buildings here in Karaikudi. I have Karthi Chidambaram, MP from Sivagangai. Karthi, the question I keep asking you, I want you to answer now. How do you leave and ever go to Delhi when this place is so beautiful?
It is beautiful. It is very livable. And today, because of internet, there is no difference of whether living between a city and in a rural area. Actually, I like the quality of life here, and I think we must. More people must explore the possibilities of going back to their rural roots.
A lot of people don't really understand what the culture, the Chettinad culture, what Chettinad tradition is all about.
See, the Chettiars are a mercantile people, so they travelled widely long ago. So they had great influences upon them from overseas. So their houses sort of reflected their mercantile travels, like from chandeliers and tiles, everything reflected their travels. So they were quite international long before others became global. So, and most importantly, it's not just Chettinad, this area itself is known for its food, and very robust non-vegetarian food. I mean, that's a misconception which people have. They always think that most Indians are vegetarian and most South Indians are vegetarian. That's not true. They're not. We are meat eaters, and we are significant meat eaters, and we eat exotic meat here. And this area is known for its food and for its hospitality. In Tamil, we call it Virundombal. That is something very special. The way we actually even serve the food, the way we prepare and serve the food, Virundombal is very, very special.
When you talk about the Chettinad, they're very religious people also, deeply religious. But in this kind of an area, always a Congress stronghold?
I am a Hindu. I am religious. I go to temples. I patronize temples. I support temples. I support religious events. So we don't want, nobody wants the BJP to come and give us a certificate about our Hindu beliefs or to endorse us in any way. And their version of Hinduism does not gel with what people actually practice here on a daily basis. You see, Tamil Nadu has per capita, per square kilometer, more places of worship than anywhere else in India. We break more coconuts than anywhere else in India. We are the most religious people in India.
That's exactly what I mean.
And that is why,
so religious, but yes, Dravidian India voting.
Dravidian is a social justice movement. But the BJP doesn't connect with us in any way. First of all, BJP is a Hindutva party. That doesn't connect with the average Tamilian in any way. In fact, the BJP irks us. It irritates us in many ways.
So then if you talk about the other vote banks, the Muslim vote bank, for example, do you think that, I think elements like the, SDPI, all of them coming in, the Makkal Nidhi Mayam and the alliance, is that going to make a difference? Is that going to hurt the DMK Congress?
See, the point is, I think we should not treat religions as vote banks. People vote for various reasons. But there is a genuine perception and a genuine belief that the BJP is against people of other faiths who are not Hindus. So the Muslims and Christians feel threatened, feel insecure. And for them, wherever the Congress is, gives them comfort. But I personally believe that if mainstream political parties give enough representation to people of minority faiths, there won't be a need for separate political parties for people of minority faiths.
What do you make of the fact that you see so many parties now cropping up in Tamil Nadu? I'm talking about Makkal Nidhi Mayam and the likes. They talk of themselves, they project themselves as an alternative to the likes of Congress, DMK, AIA, DMK. Do you think that's actually going to connect with people?
Mayam is not a sustainable political party. They crop up during elections. They contest elections, and after elections, you will see them. You will not see them anywhere. Same thing with all the celebrity candidates. When they contest elections, they get a lot of attention.
You're talking about Kamal Hassan.
Kamal Hassan, even in the form of film stars like Khushbu, get a lot of attention. But post-election, when they lose, they'll never go back to the place. Even sometimes, even when they win, they'll never go back to the constituency.
The Congress in a state like Tamil Nadu, or let's say even in the south, is doing much better than it is doing in the north. Why is that, and what do you think they really need to address here to ensure that nationally the Congress revives and gets back to its old glory?
What I believe which has to be done is that we must go back to a system where we have elections at the grassroots level, then work the way up. We must become democratic and meritocratic at the grassroots level. Then also our communication must become sharper and clearer, what we stand for and what we really believe in, and that it will come.
Away from politics, I want to talk about where we are. It's beautiful. You see all the open area around me. I'd never get this in Chennai. We're at Karti's home. Yeah,
I am a very avid agriculturist. I mean, I like farming. I mean, not that I get my hands dirty, but but I like the idea of having a farm to fork. I try to grow a fair amount of vegetables. These are my cows here.
Can we go in?
Yes, yes, of course. I have 3 cows and 3 calves now. I think this is Samaya, Lakshmi, all named Mithun.
So this is how you spend your time in Shivaganga?
I do. I am a very active constituency MP. I travel around a lot, but this is home.
There is also this whole talk about the DMK saying that, it's not Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam, it's the Dinist Munnetra Kazhagam after Udayanidhi Stalin came in. And I'm sure you've also seen this a lot. You've also faced this a lot, this whole talk about, nepotism, about dynast and all of that.
See, this is not a unique feature of the DMK or the Congress alone. Every political party from the national conference to the parties in South India, most political parties, the leadership is primarily sometimes centered around the family, and members of the families, succeed in the leadership of the party.
You got absolutely beautiful property here, Karti, and for having us here at your home in Shivaganga, being so welcoming to us, as you said, is the way of the Chettinars.
Yes, we are very, Virindombal is something we take very seriously in this part of the world.
Great. Thank you so much, Karti. Thank you for having us. Thank you for joining us on this detailed chat. And with that report from Karaikudi, I'm slipping into a short break on the special broadcast. Do stay with me. On the other side, I'll be getting you a report from Kerala by Gopi Etan and also getting you a sense of what's happening in pole-bound Puducherry. Welcome back. Let me get you all the latest of what's happening in Kerala. Gopi Etan has been travelling across the state, much like I have in Tamil Nadu, to get you some very unique reports. He was in Wayanad in Kerala, and we know, of course, that there is a large tribal population there. So he met with a man who lives in a very sustainable way and tried to find out what politics means for them.
The Wayanad Lok Sabha constituency that Rahul Gandhi represents is made up of 7 assembly segments spread across 3 districts. But the Wayanad district actually accounts for only 3 out of those 7 segments, and 2 of those seats are reserved for scheduled tribes. There is a reason for that. According to census data, 18% of Kerala's tribal population can be found in the Wayanad district. So this is a land not only famous for its pristine natural beauty, but also known for a vibrant tribal culture that flourishes here. It is here that one meets the Kurichiyar tribe, known to produce the best archers in Kerala. A Kurichiyar, septuagenarian Govindan Ashan, is a living legend in the area, acclaimed for his skill with the bow and arrow.
Today we have come to Ambalavail village in Wayanad district of Kerala. So we are going to meet a person, a very elderly man, who is trying to preserve the ethnic culture and traditions of the tribal communities in this district. He is Govindan Masha, or Govindan Ashan as people call him with love. So we are going to meet him today and we are going to get introduced to a lot of skills and techniques which he has inherited from his tribal ancestors.
Govindan makes his own bows and arrows. He also runs a small training facility where he teaches archery to youngsters.
ഓരോ ഐറ്റംസ് വലിയവർക്കും ആൾക്കനുസരിച്ച് വില്ലാണ്. കാരണം വലിയവർക്ക് വലുത്, ചെറിയവർക്ക് ചെറുത്, അങ്ങനെ അനുസരിച്ചുള്ള വില്ലാണ് ഉണ്ടാക്കുന്നത്. കാരണം സ്പോർട്സ് ഐറ്റംസ് അല്ലേ.
Modernization has impacted Govindan's way of life. He feels that the traditional skills like archery is on the wane.
ഇപ്പോൾ എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ ഈ കാട്ടിൽ ഇപ്പം ഇല്ല അങ്ങനെ. കാരണം ഇപ്പം അന്ന് മിക്ക ആദിവാസികൾക്കും അമ്പും വില്ലൊക്കെ ഉണ്ട്. കാരണം മെയിനായി ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് അങ്ങാണ്. മറ്റുള്ള എല്ലാവർക്കും അത്യാവശ്യത്തിന് വേണ്ടിയുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ ഉണ്ട്. അത് ഉപയോഗത്തിന് വേണ്ടി മാത്രം ഉപയോഗമുള്ളൂ.
For Govindan, elections do not matter much. If there is one thing he wants the politicians and governments to do, it is to preserve the tribal way of life that has existed here in these forests from before there was anything else here.
തടസ്സം ചില ഉദ്യോഗസ്ഥന്മാർ അവരെ പിടിക്കുക, കേസാക്കുക, ഇതൊക്കെ. ഇപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ അതിനെപ്പറ്റി ഇപ്പോൾ ട്യൂഷനെ പറ്റി ചെന്നപ്പോൾ അനവധി ആൾക്കാർ പറഞ്ഞു, കാരണം ചേട്ടാ നിങ്ങളുടെ ഇതൊന്നും നിരോധിക്കാനുള്ള വകുപ്പ് ഇന്ത്യൻ ഭരണഘടനയിൽ ഇല്ല. അപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ ചോദിച്ചു, കാരണം ഞങ്ങൾ നായാട്ടടിച്ച് കയറി വന്ന് എത്രയല്ലേ കിട്ടുള്ളൂ.
Well, that was the shortest time I've ever taken to get introduced into a new skill. Undoubtedly, it's a commitment of people like Govindan Ashan who are going to preserve our culture and tell stories of our past to the coming generation.
So we got you a report from Tamil Nadu, got you a report from Kerala. What about Puducherry? Well, we've always talked about the lovely French influence in Puducherry, and you talk about the food also. That's exactly what comes to mind, along with seafood. Nagarjun Dwarkanath gets us this report where he's in conversation with a chef in Puducherry. It's a lot of food, also politics on the side.
In middle of a hot summer day here in Puducherry, I'm joined by a chef who's a localite of Puducherry here, Mr. Kumara Krishnan. Sir, thank you for speaking to India Today here. And today what we are doing is cooking something very authentic, very local.
This dish is called prawn asad. This asad, we have a typical grinding masalas for it.
Let's start with the process.
So we have to roast all these things.
So as the pan heats up, the election.
Yeah, it's already actually pan heated up.
So is the election season in Puducherry. And this election season, what's hot? What's the hot topic here in Pondicherry?
Like the campaigning is very aggressive. Or most of the parties, you know, they were doing a very aggressive campaigning.
You have never seen such aggression
No,
with all political
parties. For past 20 to 30 years, we have never seen this kind of aggressiveness of campaigning. And you know, so after that, you have to add this tomatoes and some ginger garlic paste.
This is a semi-gravy dish that we are making, is it?
Yes. This is a semi-gravy dish.
Does Puducherry cuisine has influence of Tamil Nadu also, or it has its own cuisine here?
No, the Pondicherry cuisine is actually cuisine from Vietnam, Portuguese, and Vietnam, Portuguese, and these. When the French people they got into Pondicherry, those cuisine have dominated over this Tamil, Vietnamese, and French cuisine.
The tourism has impacted the Pondicherry in a good way or a bad way, do you feel so? Because at least floating population
actually,
is
it was very good.
3 lakh odd people every day or 2 lakh odd people every day on weekends.
Yeah, in weekends it is there. But they should also have some fun here. Because of that only the tourism can get attracted here. Otherwise, coming and ideally sitting in the room, it's not going to help people.
So the government, whoever comes next, will also concentrate more on tourism.
I think so. They will concentrate on tourism. So the roasted, what we have roasted, the red chilies and coriander and all. We have
So the masala paste is right already.
Yes, and we are putting the masala here.
So the roads, the electricity, water, are those
roads-
issues being spoken about this time?
Yeah, I think so. It has spoken because now after that rainfall, after that huge rain, now
And floods.
most of the roads are getting laid down.
Laid newly.
Newly.
Okay. You have served the former Chief Minister also here?
Yeah, definitely. He used to come here. He
used to
is
come
very fond of having local fishes.
In the last 20-30 years, you have served
Yeah.
almost all Chief
Most
Ministers
of
of
them,
Pondicherry. So that's the man that everyone should look out for, because he has served the Prime Minister, all the Chief Minister of Puducherry, as well as other political VVIPs who come to Pondicherry here. And that's prawn asad, the way it's done in Puducherry. Mix of both international cuisine as well as local cuisine. A lot of masalas involved.
And this is Chennai Singapore signing off. Thank you very much for watching. Same time tomorrow. Keep in mind that I'll be joining you with all the top political headlines and the latest ground reports from here, Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Puducherry. Thank you for watching.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.